How about now?
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, great.
Your Honor, my apologies. I'm at Dulles Airport in Washington, so I hope that doesn't interrupt us, but I want to be brief.
Okay. All right. Let me go on the record here and we'll get started. This is Van Wormer versus Trozak. This is Emmet County case 241085553. I'm sitting filed by assignment from Scale. And Mr. Eagleson, can you put your appearance on, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Harry Engelson from Harris Law on behalf of Norm C. Van Wormer, the plaintiff.
Okay, this was set for hearing. The court granted a temporary restraining order pursuant to a motion that was filed by the plaintiff. And so the court set this as a hearing today for show cause why that TRO should not become a preliminary injunction. The record should reflect that this hearing was set for 11 a.m. Mr. Trozak, the defendant, has not signed in, so is not present. It's now 11:06. So we're going to proceed. Mr. Engelson, was there anything that you wanted to state in support of your motion today?
Just one thing, Your Honor. At the time we filed the motion, there was no gas service. My client hired a contractor who connected from the meter and installed a gas line through their own unit so that both their downstairs restaurant facility and their upstairs living condominium, both furnaces are in service now. So that part has been covered. We just want the preliminary injunction to continue until the end of this litigation, however that results, and not be interrupted from here until the end of the case.
Okay. All right. Based on
one more thing for the record.
Sure.
Per the court order that we requested, we posted the ex parte order and the litigation paperwork to someone's complaint and the exhibits to 2 locations on the building. And then we UPS'd an extra set on Friday. It was delivered Saturday to his residence in Birmingham, downstate Michigan. And I've had no contact from Mr. Trozak or anyone on his behalf at all.
Okay.
Oh, that's all.
All right. So based on the pleadings that have been filed and Mr. Trozak's failure to appear today, despite being served as required under the court order, the court will enter the TRO as a preliminary injunction. And so, Mr. Engelson, if you can follow that up with, well, hold on one second, okay?
Sure.
Engelson, I just got a call from my assistant who indicated that Mr. Trozak apparently thought that this was an in-person hearing. So he's at the courthouse in Emmet County. He's been provided with my PMR to sign in to this hearing by Zoom. So I'm just going to take a short break. I'm going to give him, a reasonable amount of time to connect here. And we'll have to go forward that way, okay?
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
What time, like how much time do you have there before you have to get on an airplane?
Well, their departure is 11:35. I have a standby for a 1:30. So if I miss this because of the court hearing going on, I'll be able to still catch an alternate flight back to Detroit Metro.
Okay. All right. So we're going to try and go forward with the hearing again. I'm going to give Mr. Trozak a reasonable time here to connect. If it's 10, 15 minutes and he hasn't connected, then we'll figure out what to do at that point. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ingleson, are you able to hear me okay?
I am, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, so it's about 20 after. Mr. Trozak has not connected yet. We're gonna move forward. I've given him a reasonable amount of time to be able to connect, and he hasn't done that. So we're gonna continue with the hearing, which basically, I was at the point where the court is granting the request for the TRO to be modified into a preliminary injunction that will remain in place until the conclusion of the case. Obviously, the court will schedule this according to the court rule, which requires the matter to be resolved within 6 months. So I'm going to set this for a status conference, which would be the usual procedure of the court. And the court will send out notice of the date and time of that status conference to both parties. And then I'll just ask that you prepare a preliminary injunctive order that basically mirrors the TRO.
All right, I will. And I will. I'll do it as a notice of presentment, I think, just because of the timing today. And I'll use his address that we have, and I'll include mailings to his address in Harbor Springs and his downstate address. So
okay, and just for the record, have you perfected service of the summons and complaint yet, other than what you did for today's hearing?
we have not been able to yet. So I'm pursuing that as well.
Okay.
And we'll file a return of service as soon as we can track him down. I understand he's here now, so maybe I can get it done in the next couple of days. That'll be the goal.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. And then the court will send, like I said, the court will send out notice of the date and time of that status conference. Go from there. Anything else that you need to address for the record today?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. That's all for today. And you're free.